authorized. So what's in there? Most of you guys there, well, not there. But there's a part of this clause which is 10.4 that when the HA variation exceeds more than 10% of the prevailing market value, then there should be a reconsideration of the toll charges. Simple, that if the HA past 10%, do you have the pay for now? Don't go back to heaven. You know why? Because CRSG gets a great company in China. And CRSG, before them, is not only constructing roads, or has not only constructed roads in this country, they've done it in several other African countries, including Kenya and Tanzania. But now this is the good thing about it. These are people so humble. They are so humble. I'm telling you, unlike other companies, when they pay to this government, say, if you don't do this, we'll come down with what? They never did such. What they did in November, they wrote me a letter. Say, Mr. Minister, do ya? One longer exist here because of the loss. And one for great job for the young man there. Ladies and gentlemen, I lecture from Big College. I will tell you, I say, I get 10 of the students there who go for CRSG in those 2 kids. 10. And now, when they started, they created up to 1,000 job employment opportunities for young man there. I can tell you for that with all sincerity. So we discussed, and I'm not just discussing. If I tell you, I was even part of the committee. When they sent the letter, what did I do? We formed what was called a technical and evaluation committee. That technical evaluation committee comprised of 23 MDAs in this country. We formed them from the Aegis Office, the SLP under Internal Affairs, of course, the military under, of course, the Sujamande, and then the Ministry of Information, then, of course, the SLRSA, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Course, 23 are all here. We sat down with the CRSG and discussed the rest. Let me tell you what happened. Even the president over there of the Motor Drivers Union, Mr. Alpha, was part of all those negotiations. It was really all encompassing, conclusive, because one at the end of the day, now we momentum, now we begin them, and the Ugandan was also be had. Everyone will get somebody from the Ministry of Food Affairs. So what happened? After that, there is what the next step. Make I tell you what is happening. There is an ECOWAS policy where they say that overloaded vehicles there, 53.5 tons. Now, the ECOWAS policy say no vehicle, no for pass down limits. As I'm talking to you, when I say don't see the highway, you get vehicles there, they back both the inside, go timber. What are things there? They even go up to 90 tons. They are here. I will show you later. 19 tons. And with that kind of weight, they destroy the road. And this is a road we want to make the maintenance day for the next 20 or 30 years. So basically, when they discuss this thing, thank God I was out as minister, do you on a patient don't understand the process. Maybe they don't say the government or Dr. Sadibu decide on their there. No. It was a technical and information committee. We may not be part of it. So what did they do? They discussed their risk there. Don't forget, there are 6 categories of vehicles there. The group 1 and then Kekele. Ladies and gentlemen, Okadas are not affected. Okada, they will get them 2 and with them, inside their bicycle, we're not affected. When they pass at any time, only pay nothing, So Okadas are not affected. But then 3, Kekele. From 2017 we got that. They were paying 1 loan. Group 2 and then taxi them. From 2017, we were paying 2 loans. Group 3 and then SUVs and pickups and then minibuses. Ladies and gentlemen, they were also paying 4 loans. Group 4 and then coach them and then small buses them when they go apply to family. They were paying till now, as I'm talking to you, these are the rates. They are paying 18 loans from 2017. Now, group 5 and then heavy trucks there. Called 10 tires there, then mining trucks there, then trailers there, then flat belts there. They are paying, as I'm talking to you right now, 183 loans. And group 6, and then Bowser there, what the good feel for we in the country. They are paying 100 loans. Before them, consider yourself to be an investor. Consider a country called X. You invested so much, the exchange rate don't vary. Look at the exchange rate, almost 400%. And then you are still on the same rate we do from 2016-17. Those investors were hard for them to there. So when they met me, we discussed their committee, they come up with this rates there. And this is really very interesting. I want to read this attentively, make sure body don't misinform members of the public. Because I want to tell you that the awareness raising is being led by my colleague, the Ministry of Information, who said, go share them, go to the never signal, we're going to go right across the country for properly 6,000 people there. But make I tell you now, the savings will make from all of these discussions there. Make you know that this is the government, we hold the people that had, we want good for the problem. Look at you, for group 1, CRSG, they propose 6 loans. Can you imagine? They said, no, they can now for begin pay from 1 loan direct to 6 loans. Can you imagine? Now the committee say, yes, we are grounds, but they are not so. They ended up about 3 loans. So you see, 3 loans was there as savings. So from 1 loan now, what they can go pay, we got to announce the new rate, now 3 loans that they go pay. But the 3 full gives them. We one in our Hastings, the other is Sogo, and the other is Mashaka. Let's get to number 2, the taxes them. The taxes are now paying, as I'm talking here, still paying 2 loans. CRSG proposed 11 loans. Look at some here. If you not see them put the calculations, the way they make, as embedded here, Mr. Babu don't see them. Believe me, you don't need for being a student of mathematics to understand that it was really reasonable. Because they were losing per annum almost $6 million. We check all of those things there. So imagine now, they say for the taxes them from 2 to 11. No, the competition, no, we can't really do this. Please, when I accept 5 loans, they ended up at 5 loans. So there's a savings of 6 loans. Can you imagine? Group 3, of course, now the SUVs them. Then become to them, give them many bosses them. Now they are paying 4 loans. CRSG proposed 27 loans. You see? But the competition, no. We know, of course, we have every reason to do so, but they ended up at 10 loans. See, imagine there is a savings of 17 loans. Now, sorry, there is savings. Of course, 17. Now let's continue. Group 4. Now there's more and then like advance them. As I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, they are paying 18 loans. 18 loans now. The young CRSG proposed, they proposed 105 loans. All of these rates are new loans. Because we need to go forward with the country money. New loans. If you still want to compare that to old loans, that we understand party, no problem. But men are new loans. Now, they ended up at 40 loans. There is a saving substantially of 65 loans. You see it? Group 5. Well, this is group 5 here. I think the discussion was really very interesting because these are the guys, the vehicles, the heavy trailers, them, what they damage the road. I'm showing all the pictures there. Now, currently, how much are they paying? 183 loans. Imagine, the heavy duty trucks there, them mining trucks there. CRSG proposed 2,103 loans. Can you imagine? The competition, no, it's very good. They ended up at 700 loans. So there's a savings of 1,403 loans. You see there? This is not a small negotiation. Finally now, for the fair Bowser there. Now they are paying 100 loans. Now what is the fair Bowser? It's very interesting. It's only when fair they inside the Bowser, I want to understand, 9 to pay. But when they are coming from the regions upline, they don't get fair, they pay. So please, I don't understand this. But when you talk fair from here to go, they are now paying 100 loans. CRSG proposed 578 loans. Now the competition, no, you have all reason, but they ended up at 250 loans. So there is a savings again of 328 loans. There's adjustment. My round up now. By March 1, after extensively consulting right across the country, and then March 1 should be the date of implementation. Why? We believe as the government it is timely. You know why? Because I told them on the outset, these are people then when they not ever threaten for going to court. They have all the rights. Like other kids don't have the hearing, sometimes for Suma or sometimes for them mining company there. They have all the rights. But they say no. Why? Because of their humble nature. Now if somebody invests 151 million to make such a road, with that 60 kilometers of road, 4 lanes, they don't use accidents, don't widen the country. They don't place the country on the map, yeah, of trade facilitation investment, socio-economic development, will therefore be reasonable. And so this particular thing get the blessing of cabinet. I wrote a very better cabinet member. When I went there, I had the blessings of most of my colleagues, including here, the Minister of Information and Water Resources. They supported it, not because of the rates, but because we found them. No amount of money, not the same life. Otherwise, Michael Jackson and further not for life. So if this road, they save a single life, and you don't translate that life to whatever I'm going to pay, they will embrace that. So I did this afternoon, as Minister for telling us, with this road don't get now, when I wait before 2028, the Chinese are ready now for intervene beyond Mashaka for improve another road network. We get we get that there to Matuka roads. Sorry, we get all the Mabuka, Fogano 91. Yeah. We get also the one to go from Zimi to Kenema. We also get the one to go from Mwamba, it go as far as Yaboy. We also get several other road networks there where the one who can assist. We also get that Petit Road and that Kamakoi Highway. These are all roads there with need money. And make I tell them before I land now, ladies and gentlemen, road construction is not a rosy enterprise. It is capital intensive. For construction 1 kilometer of road in West Africa is $400,000. Go and check it. $400,000, one road. Now you multiply $400,000 by how many kilometers from one point to the other, you know the cost. So for today, we're going to go into discussion with them. I want to tell them, see, this is our baby, yes. And this is our project, and we need to support it. Thank you very much, Mr. Baba.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. So, just for reiterate the breaking news, now that effective 1st of March, toll gates get new revised fees for the different categories of motorcar who they use the road. The minister laid out very clearly the rationale, including this is part of what was in the original agreement. The original agreement get written with man and we call triggers. If then factorial change, we for reconsider the cost. Exchange rate, now one of them trigger but other socio-economic conditions. It's in the contract. Then don't do the own part of the agreement. The road don't achieve the things that we hope for. Reduction in accidents, all those things, quality. But we need to continue to attract investors and say, if we give what, we get for do it. Based on their own calculations, the company, they say the reasonable trigger for lead to their new cost here, who the minister referred to as savings. Because that they propose. The Honorable Minister, working with other members within the sector and colleagues, go in and renegotiate with the company and say, no, the issues and the thing that we people that go through a lot, we understand we need to be fair, and these are the ways we go to compromise. So the compromise resulted in the new fees, by the way, which should have been in place now for months, but we've had lots of conversation about how we would delay. For example, not while people will suffer through this or begin fill up through the Christmas period, and then we say, oh, January is a tough month. So the company throughout that period they continue for the patient, and we finally agree say effective 1st of March. Keke, they move from 1 Leon to 3 Leon. Taxi, they move from 2 Leon to 5 Leon. SUV, when I group 3, they move from 4 Leon to 10 Leon. Bus, they move from 18 Leon to 40 Leon. Then big truck, then the 1030, they move from 183 to 700. And then big fuel container bouncer, then they move from 100 to 250. And there's a science justification behind the increases, the percentages, and the numbers. The bigger motor carrier than they actually dwell the road. And ECOWAS get minimum, like the minister say, where they're supposed to be in terms of the weight. But they constantly violate that weight stage. So then they dwell the road for me. So they ask them for pay a fairer share of the cost and the price of the road. And also we'll get questioned there, but me and the minister there will handle that. Before we go open up for question, we always invite a member of somebody we know the government. Sometimes they will invite opposition parties, sometimes they will invite civil society, because we want to be an inclusive government, so we don't listen to primarily a government platform. Before I hand over to Mr. Ba, I just want to say a quick thing on Wakafine. Wakafine, also government, the operator, and government own the bus. Okay? The company that the Metro Bus Company, the company, we'll just make it clear for the public. The company is owned by the following people. Puda and bus owners, they own 20%. The people that we own bus, they Puda, they will talk. they own 20% of the company will operate Wakafai. Drivers Union, cut on them, they own 15%. So, sir?
Yes.
Good. Passenger Welfare Organization, and get this good power and call themselves Passenger Welfare. They offer them, they buy. They buy 15% of the company. Tani Moon Logistics, we are the company with the support for fixed and logistics company, they say own 10%. One other group they call Pictic Services, they say a logistics company, they own 30%. Kekere, the Kekere riders, they say they own 5%. Governments will offer to almost all the group here in the initial period higher percentage, but they not be able for all of for meets the share price contribution. So government will therefore go back to the public and sell some of the shares there, and we get different private individuals. I don't want to call them, name them because of private issues. But ordinary Sierra Leoneans they buy. Again, if you want this information, you go Ministry of Transport will provide that to you. I just think say, but ordinary people in the community, they own a total of 11%. You calculate all what I don't use soon at 99% of this company. So I'll let family know say the metro company will oversee and operate Wakafai onto government. The intention of Wakafai now for let government bring sanity into that sector, but allow private investors therefore come inside and say to like how long, for example, the minister just explained. So that is what we have done. And we will continue to engage the people that will be there in the transport sector for make the right adjustments there, for see how we could solve the problems of the people. But make no mistake, we're going to solve the problem of public transit and public transportation as alone, and this innovation now one way we will do it. I mentioned the number just now, 52% of average passenger they don't use Wakafai so far in the east and west corridor, 52,000 people that they don't use her on a daily basis. Okay? 78% of the commuter then they come up from either extreme east or extreme west and then they can CBD. So again, now just about that 22% who are the middle one day where they complain on the cost issue, but 78% say in fact then they save an average of about 60% on the travel cost. Keeping all the collect data, they ask all this while. Government will continue to be transparent on this issue and we will explain. But I want to just talk very briefly, 5 minutes, on both this issue of the toll and the operations of Wakafai and how I may be involved in the process. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I will start with the toll road. The toll road Nilo Motam in 2016. And in 2016, when they signed the contract at Parliament, then they called me the Ministry of Works, attending a like demonstration meeting. They read the contract to me. They tell me, they show me all the prices there at that time. For sale, then telling me 306,000. Then telling me we negotiate the price of the toll gate. We arrive at the present toll price now. Then we find out, say, we as drivers and vehicle owners, most of we need the benefit from this toll road. Because one, we can see say the accident rate will be there from Freetown to even Waterloo to Mashaka will be so high that it will not be easy. But with the coming of toll road, we see say that accident they can reduce. Then we put the way they run Waterloo and back, Bombay, Eastern Police. Then tell the day
because of the bad road, traffic congestion today, nobody not be able to do even 4 trips. But now, when toll road come, we will see some Buddha they do 7, 8 trips. The other thing, we can see say the road improve one, it on it better by the road safety side. We can see boku safety issues. One, we see road signs. We can see, of course, the 2 lane. It look better for the drivers and passengers than we did before. Now you go Komoya, you go Bo in 3 hours. You go Komoya, you go Makini in 2 hours, 30 minutes. You go Komoya, you go Kono in less than 5 hours. That's been reduced when the toll road come. But when the toll road not be there, for go Kono, you go spend 7-8 hours before you reach. For go Bo, of course, than 5 hours and more. For go Makini, you go spend nearly there. You go in a line for the road for nearly 4 hours. So with all that in a day, we can really appreciate the toll road. The other thing again we really will be glad for the toll road for. Now then emergency response. Accident they happen at that toll road there. Like near my shaka, then this here. You see ambulance they come on quick. You don't count them body then wounded people they did like that come out. You find out see the death rate reduce because of the road. All that will be so much appreciated. Then the other thing we really be help we will be very advanced the toll road for that the wear and tears of the vehicle there. You can't find out see you buy parts or you buy tire, it will last with you then 3, 4, 5 months in no oil. With the road toll road in Kawan, it will then out there 7, 8 months. You still the worker once that wrap tire and buy.
So I know I'll rush you, or you get 2 more minutes.
All right.
So
all right. So the toll road side, definitely we don't talk to the people. I'm glad back with the minister. The last meeting will be hold a Ministry of Works. We negotiate. We negotiate beaucoup on them prices here. When the minister don't call us, we still go back and go talk to people there. We still go back and get meetings from park to park or from district to district all over this country. We therefore call meeting, many ministers go talk to them. My part to the bosses. Their boss here, what I find, we don't see bosses that don't come in this country. We don't see Gaddafi bosses that come. We don't see 100 bosses that come when at the past government bring they come. But they don't last. They don't take. All people. What he calls it today? Now because 1, management, 2, they don't be the get side for run their bosses there. That make when they were at Oka, we sit down with the Ministry of Transport and Aviation. They say, well, now then you boss here with our council. The routes that we need to work out. We don't want to put that there for work out. The routes again. We sit down, we discuss that. Of course, Wilkinson Road, they get issues. Now, eastern parts don't get issues, but it don't better now. The other side, we don't get issues now that Wilkinson Road. Yesterday, I don't sit down with the police, the Ministry of Transport, that itself, we don't come together, we don't come to work with the ministry. Now, we come along, we go about it, Abadi, you can have a junction. From there, you use the route up to the light. You go up by Diama Road, then you come inside town. That could only have to rest yesterday. So any get here na small. Then the other thing where you don't look fine. Now the ministry don't tell you see, now we can find another 50 buses added to the wire. This other 50 will not come. So within that short places there where people they suffer, we they put we own buses the day, then they put them we own buses the day, so that they will apply them to the day. So I think say with that again we don't still solve another problem. We want them buses here, maybe they 4, 5, up to 10 years, maybe not about. But we therefore manage the right way. Now today we don't get up to 32 motorcycles when they don't voluntarily come. We don't register them. We hand it over to the ministry. Then the ministry will hand it over to the metro, where the materials are part of them. Then we will make them run there halfway. We problem no with it.
All right. I want to take note. Thank you, Mr. Bab, and of waiting. Mr. Bab just said. In response to the concerns that people raise about the short tripling, government don't they negotiate with them. Like I said, with this innovation, we're not try for Salon, the government of Salon want to drive they lost money or let anybody become poor. In fact, we interest for all man being rich, but we also get to make sure so we respond to the needs of people there. So these shots are out there, long to Abadi. Like I say, conversations ongoing now. What will they get? Then they supply government a certain number of buses. The ambition of forget up to 50 mini bus system on the both routes. Then mini buses they go be branded Wakafai. They will operate just like Wakafai, but then will only do the short journeys there, longly to Abadi, and then will charge 5 million. So they will do lovely Aberdeen, Kogo Cross, Kogo, then we'll do that designated one day. So the point of that now that people will say, well, we need for a short journey and Wakafai a fixed rate. So they get like almost a mini Wakafai. We now part of the partnership with the transport worker. We never bring new buses for Campo level. We say, okay, we're going to supply number of buses there. They can join the same system. Payments will be the same. The operation will be the same. Will not allow for them to deviate from that. So now one important news, and I want to tell me big brother, Mr. Alphaba, because I know saying that leadership issue is you go for manage the transport sector workers there, manage government and all that. So I want to commend you for the complex work we want to do, but also the Minister of Transport and the Iron Project for the work on this. All right, now I time for pass the mic over to Una. First, I ask the question that we don't come online, you know that, and then after that, I will come to Una the public, the press really now. First, this question I think the minister already answered, but we ask anyway. He said whether the managers of the toll road, whether the Chinese company, whether they request for review the charges, and if any grounding for such a request, and whether the government will consider the request. I think that question they don't be answered comprehensively already today. Somebody they asked whether we will use the ECOWAS card for air travels instead of passports or only for travel by road. I'm very pleased for you say yes, you can use the ECOWAS card for air travel. It's acceptable for the user for travel within the ECOWAS regions. Yeah? Water resources, you get 2 questions here. They say I go accept together and then you'll give the chance to respond. What if make Guma Valley they give water to commercial water businesses on your drive but not to residents? And then I also did get another question for you, Minister. I can just pull that up. Somebody sent it to me directly. The question that apologies. I'll get it out now. Okay, brilliant. You see, if you can tell me what to make Goma Valley will supply water freely and constantly to a new commercial water packaging business at Sierra Drive, but not to long-standing residential customers and their families at Sierra Drive and Lower Pipeline. If this can discriminate the provision of essential services, then if this discriminates the provision of essential service, a government policy, the person no say discrimination of the government policy, but they ask anyway. But I think it deserves a response on the fact of waiting the happen here. Somebody asked, say I would have announced temporary suspension of the operations yesterday when our government in position. I could respond to that. And then somebody say, if our law say they don't be hired for looking to the immigration file of President Bill in the US and whether the government get any comment on this. I'll give the minister a chance for you respond and I'll come and then we'll go beyond. Go ahead.
Thank you. And it's the person don't give me a chance for also say I've not been mentioned and because the question we have been asked for respond to be the outside that. But it's also good for them if they will not say, of course, Goma Valley now one of the agencies where we supervise. Then as the operational and they take water go to people. On this particular question, they ask what to do. Me, sitting here as minister, I'm not able to answer, but I will revert to Goma for verify the assertion of this statement. And then once I'm able to verify with the minister, once I already cast aspersion on whoever they said that was sitting here as minister, I'm not going to answer that question. The first thing I need to establish is that is happening. And then why? Then I will answer. Otherwise, I will go answer that now because I am not okay with what is happening. Because ordinarily, I can only talk about generically and ordinarily, if water they can at this area and the pipes that they can, would expect that everybody will be connected within, on that line day, whether you're a commercial entity or whether you're a private house, when they open the tap and in Canada area is supposed to get water. Because at the end of the day, Goma Valley a profit-making entity also, they also need to make profit for sustain themselves. So if a consumer they win a private entity, now pay they pay, and likewise a consumer win a commercial. So I want to find out why Goma would not want to do business with
but
private.
certainly not to government policy for discriminating.
Definitely not. It is not government. Government in policy as at the water sector and water resources and Goma is for make sure that we provide affordable and services, water services to every Sierra Leonean and within an affordable manner, not a government policy.
All right, thank you, Minister. The question of Sierra Leone, government very much aware of the Sierra Leone release. We know they don't send a couple of letters. Government's imposition not change. Government believes they will enter into the conversations in good faith. The government will continue to seek the best interests of the people of this country. We also believe in and welcome the continued relationship with the private sector partners. We believe it's very important. We know they will continue to balance that, but not at the expense of the people of this country. We believe the government position very reasonable. Minister of Finance, Minister of Mines, their position reasonable on what we need to do for the government continue for at least reap the benefits of the natural resources that we God bless this country with, and for making it conducive for the investor them for do their business as alone. We don't say the conversations they continue. We will get more for say on that. We will say, but the government position for revert to the different regime, the earlier regime, the prior one, is a reasonable position where obviously government not change that position there at all. So we hope Sierra Leone will consider and will come back and do business because they're an important partner of government. Obviously, we want to comment on allegations or theories of exactly, for example, individual immigration statuses, or so this person they look into this person immigration status. Certainly not going to comment on that as it relates to his excellency the president. So this is not in the remit of me as a minister to comment on the details of that. All right, over to now. Questions? Whoa. Yeah. Doc, I used to all my fire question. But I doc and doc again, I say. I forget to call you appropriately, doctor. Yes. Alright. How do you do this? We go so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do the quick 5 and then we'll come back. Yes. If we do a quick, all man will get a chance to ask me questions. Yes, go on. Yes, you hear number 1.
My name is Mahmoud Sila from the Nature newspaper. Mr. Minister of Information, my question goes to you. Last week at the press conference, the meeting press conference of the tripartite electoral review committee, only 40 media houses were invited officially. I want to know the eligibility criteria that you use to arrive at 40 media houses to be invited only.
Okay, thank you. Number 2.
Ibrahim Salasisi, Voice of Salon Radio. Mr. Minister, Dr. Sadiq. And now we talk about the toll gate. We get the 11,700 kilometer optional road. But I'm waiting when I don't do for fix that optional road compared to we be talking about the toll gate, because it's part of the agreement before when the Chinese celebrate in 2007.
Thank you, sir. Number 3. Yes. The lady, Naya. Yes.
Marika Gofo, I'm Roxy. This question will go to Minister of Water Resources. I want to know that the plant sees planting. How do you say you sustain them there and make them protect them with water there and maybe get good water for drink?
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Number 4 now, where?
My name is Mohammed Al-Kamara, and I like to say this for newspaper. Of course, the question will go to Dr. David Sandi. You mentioned, say, the China's railway service group will lose $6 million. I want to know how many $1 million they make for a year.
All right. And then number 5.
Hello, the last Solomon Radio. Dr. Sandy, I want to know the position of the consultant, the Haste junction as now one, as a very important for easy traffic and the junction, but also now that's not happening at the consultant side is, and a gentle and the contractor, and the instead the fastly approach now, and it look like one aside and silent.
All right, thank you very much. So we don't know the first round, we come back. We'll get 5 quick questions then. Team, I really want to do a quick, so we'll get another round. Mr. Sila, you concerned about the 40 media houses that will invite. Obviously, we had space issues. We had to move. And on that particular one, we also get to invite as Massive Development Partners participants. That was a special edition of the press conference. We team decided to invite the major media houses and a selection of bloggers and different media. So it was a selection based on people who know the camp, people who have a relationship with the media, or people that also who know see they get the biggest platform there. And as you know, even though you know they're in the room, Mr. Sila, the press conference is available. It's live on multiple platforms. At no point, get no interest for sales. So if you're interested still, and then we also make an opportunity for them to ask. In fact, if you're not in the room, you get better opportunity for ask questions than if you didn't in the room. Because when you're not in the room, you send the question online, I make commitment to use 100%, we answer. So I hear you, but now that the reasoning will go ahead, sir. Okay, go ahead, Minister.
Thank you. That's a very good question because also for your plan to take how we want to ensure say let's take the left day and how we will protect the area the day. I think when I really talk about the thing away now area of the focus, I mentioned the management of the water catchment area, and I also talk about the governance structure. As a ministry and as government, what we do, we set the policies, the regulations, and within the Ministry of Water Resources, we get the agency we are responsible for water management. When one of the agencies who is supervised when at the end of the RMA, National Water Resource Management Agency. But we're not able for work no with yourself as a ministry. Now that make we don't create the interagency forum where we get the different NGOs then. And then we also they try to get more collaborative where we work with the expanded than the community. Because most of the problem then really now within the communities. And we look at the activity where people they do, then they burn them to care for make coal and all that things. So they even put them for the stone. So we strategy is working with the partners. We also try to see how we go come up with programs where they give alternative source of livelihood for the people here. So then because their livelihood depends on coal burning, they will always want for burn coal. But we're not going to stop at that. Even as that group, they will also they look at looking at physical boundaries. We work with the security agencies where we will get physical presence there. Now that make we also don't launch the water fund, so we won't forget the resources for able to do that. If anybody go around that area, you will see say the wall long begin. We really try to put the perimeter fence. That will be the only idea because people will still jump if they want to be mischievous. But we work with the police, we work with the military, and then we also work with the Edmanden. Because they're in the community for sensitize the people they know say, now they get the community, and if anything happens, they will stop about because now the area. So now that collaborative efforts using all the strategy and they use for make sure so they see the way they plant. Local councils, of course, then see the way they plant. Now in their interest for let them take the not costs. So now that strategy they use for make sure that we sustain them.
Thank you, Minister. You get 3 questions, Dr. Sandy. One, the optional route, it's in the Abuitan. How much the company they make? And then the third question around consultant, any updates?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Make us start with Kosotom. A very important aspect of road maintenance, construction, and sustainability. Now the important role where local council in the play. Invariably in the western area, we get 2 important local councils there, Ward C and Freetown City Council. Koso Town, we are waiting probably with a request from the Western Area Rural District Council through the Road Maintenance Fund Administration. What I will tell you now is that these are part of the township roads with under consideration. But then, as soon as we get such a request, I'll call SLRA, we'll discuss with RMFA, and then we'll discuss finance for see if there's any possibility for Beda Road. So Kosudon, they under our radar. Secondly, how much they are making? Perfect question. Ladies and gentlemen, again, toll gates anywhere in the world, the most important criteria now the volume of the traffic flow. When I say what test it, except for the weekends, we get the high flow of traffic towards the regions, which means that the Sungo and Machaka toll gates are not taken into consideration. On normal days like today, till Friday, now more of estates and probably as close as this place, what they call Jamatown. But normally, we don't also ask them for the data. But I will tell you, say, the data when we see as reflected in here. How many you know say? After this, just maybe I will show you. May you know say they don't calculate what to expect, say they forget. But then I know we will tell you say they are making $6 or $7 or $8 million. In fact, this is the essence of this cabinet power make. Because now we don't put them under pressure, say they have to be transparent to us and they will exactly tell us how much they make. Invariably, my brother, in this contract that we signed, yeah, such was never indicated there. And until it was indicated there, me as minister, not get right for can say, now so did the maker. But going forward, and that's the beauty of us as the direction of government, we believe in transparency and accountability. Going forward as Minister of Works, I don't write a letter. Say from March 1 till December 31st this year, they have to tell us exactly for honor reports to cabinet and for the attention of our people how much they don't make during this period. So as soon as they make them, rest assured that you will know. Finally,
yes, sir.
Last question.
Get one more. And the question alternative route.
My brother, there is not a human being in this world who have to succeed in life. We don't forget plan B. It's critical for success. Now, during the conceptual stage of that particular project, the intention was before the completion of that route, there should be an alternative route will not affect the construction of that road. Businessmen will tell you say the major intention now for maximize profit. Now the people that know say in the major alternative route today, people will go balance day. If you go put the resources there, no. So it's at the risk of any one of us who wants for use day. But it was not compulsory as indicated again in this contract document. You see, my brother, what I want to know is that what binds all of us together, or anybody in any relationship, now the contract where they in black and white. It's not another year. And I want to tell you, I feel free for coming to my office, now copy, I can go now, no, no, go down. If it was here or captured here, honestly, we say as the government for the already trying to put up on them. But what I will tell you, we will encourage them. Investors will be encouraged. We're going to encourage them probably, make them go greater. So that while the way they will pass and pay, they will take that risk day for good. But if anything happens to you, they come Mr. Bad talk, but the wear and tear, they will be responsible. Thank you very much.
All right, next set of questions. So they start on this side of the table now. So we'll go 1, 2, we'll go 3, we'll go 4, and then we'll go to the gentleman at the back 5. Yes, of course. They know the rule. If a question don't be asked, you know, so you're not supposed to ask that question again. So let's start with the gentleman here, number 1. Sharp, there. Turn the mic on from India. Yes, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of time, your name Abdulrahman Said Bello, and the report for Salon Media Network. This question will go to the Minister of Works and Public Assets. Mr. Minister, when the contract will go on for the toll gate or toll road, we get understanding say any 1 kilometer they forgive cameras wait for anything they happen. But in that road, we don't see anything like that. Now the cost that they can't go up much. So what's in it for me the way forward?
Thank you very much. We have a number 2 now, US. Yeah.
Madam Minister, we get a lot of leakages, water leakages in the country. Guma Valley seems not to be doing anything about it. That water the way they waste for the day for Copas are way people in the use. What do you ministry do for solve this kind of problem?
Thank you very much. Number 3.
My name is Alaji Abdul HPG from Civil Society Movement. Sorry, Mr. Minister of Works, sir. UU building lift is out of order for the past 2 years. Please, what is the status of that?
I want to say all the cabinet members in our salon will agree for that question that we asked. We applaud you for that. For me, for example, at the 8th floor you did every day I ever go up past 5:10. So excellent question. Thank you for that. People like now we can answer, but I know that is a genuine question. Number 4 at the back.
The Watch and Central Administrator. Dr. Sadiq, one is a question of great public curiosity is this. We get hundreds and hundreds of portals in and around the city. Waiting the ministry do as well to oversee the activities of SLRA, and secondly again, the contracts the way SLRA they need to individuals, they will say that they get the sole monopoly now
according to police reports, we also say a contract that was awarded to a private contractor, he only did 30% of the work, and the hundreds of millions of euros are yet to be paid. Thank you.
Excellent. And then final one, the gentleman at the back. I want to all announce for any members who will participate that you so will allow for answer the question and then we will close.
Thank you very much. I am Mohamed Right Toure, Party for Galaxy Region. This question they go to ask not what your country has done for you, but what have you done for your country? So you, Mr. Minister. Similar question you don't ask about the lift, right? You also are aware of the Miata conference done on rehabilitation since the past 6 years now ago. Your very building, Nashaka Stadium Street, Shamrock, look at the city. But all that day, I just back, you know. Make you not only focus on the toll gates, we're linking to my shaker. You cite there, you need to tell me which road we don't put in place for construction, where you only make reference if this particular renegotiation come into, you get my 91 roads, my broken and the likes. But however, the township roads, me they live na Wellington, Calbaton, my Kinewood, CRS don't go end up for over and over for survey, today. What's it happen with my Kinewood, Colati, Wellington and the likes? Now, network. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, now the last question we will accommodate to that today. As I don't say, I continue to encourage you, if you didn't know journalist, you get a question, try for send the question. If you want to see the link live, you send them. I will ask them before we start. And if you get follow-up questions, send them to me. We will make sure so we get the answer to you. So, Minister, you get a question on leakages and how did you do that, and then we'll come to the multiple questions and for Dr. Sunday.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, leakages. Now, one major problem we all know now, more so in the Western Urban. And the sad thing about that is, you know, the spaghetti pipes, the way they now way, we actually see them on the surface. And sadly, most of the employees say, will come to the pipe, they're not picking them. The big one in the day, and they send the picking them from cut to the pipe because it doesn't engage people. They commit crime up to certain age according to the law. So now their kids not the same beginning. But that notwithstanding, when Guma Valley, we all aware of this. Guma Valley, first of all, gets a department with a community relations department. And one of the things that that department they do now for interface with community, where they set up community management committees, where even in that committees they will work with them, thank them, where they work with, where they give, bring water, and then the community management, they sell and to pay for 1 year for water. Their committees, they sensitize them, let them set on top of things for even for this and sensitize the people in the community, then they send them in there for 45. But anyway, when they cut them, Guma gets a response team. As long as Guma know, they will forgo immediately and respond. That's now one strategy when at the immediate way they arrest. But make sure say any side leakage day, then they move into the community and then fix them. Once the community gets a lot for do. But in the medium to long term, of course, one of the strategies we are using at the water sector now improve technology, looking at innovative ways for people to make sure say one will reduce wastage. I should say the engineer then, when we get another program, we will come up and discuss with the water sector. The engineer then will tell you other alternative ways where they will look at ways of country either they will hide the pipe or they will use some pipe where it's not easy for courts. So these are the medium to long term. But in the immediate, we're using the community structure, and also we use the immediate response for the team for both education and for stop leakages.
Excellent, thank you. Dr. Sandy, camera, you building, portals, contracts, my Kinewood.
I always encourage anybody that when you get information, not rely too much on what you are hearing. Go to the source. These documents are all in the public domain. Camera, my brother, I will tell you, say, again, they are not captured in these contracts. a contract, we all know what it means. And let me explain that one day. But what I will tell you, rest assured, see, CRSG, the county management office, I will ask them for that camera, and probably they will explain on that. But what me, probably I was thinking to ask something like the solar lights and the market construction. That are the facilities then, what they should do. And rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, for that, as Minister, I will progress on that matter. You building, perfect. You building, I call my special assistant, me bring me phone, my show or something. Yeah? Good. You building. And when I see Mr. Ba so strong and energetic, now because this kind of exercise we do every morning, you really fit for a young boy like him. Yeah, I don't tell him say, you go continue for do and say, I fix this thing, inshallah, by God's grace this month. On the more serious note, now, not to the Ministry of Works in fault. You know, sometimes we don't speak as a government, but government is constrained by projects, the resources. Who do economics, we know that mean. All your wants are subject to a budget constraints. When I come, but come with act on that, and I've avoid this chance for say plenty time to the Minister of Finance. Without approval, almost 2 months ago, we don't pay the Chinese. We will call Mr. Wonji. We get one office before you get to that main road where the branch will go to Bonawatalo. In office that yellow garage, Mr. Wonji, they don't get the money, they don't order for the things then. They are now on the high seas coming. They don't sell the performer for all of you guys to see. Rest assured, you building lift is the high on my agenda.
When
I mean, force them back, and I'm forcing Mr. Back to go right now. Yeah?
We need dates. Who send the lift to me?
The lift, you don't say what are they there, Mr. Back? You've been in America, this is Africa, and then 2 or 3 weeks on the high seas. I don't get this a week ago, so I'm estimating again the next 1 week for it to be here. When it is here, we declare and at the environment all to the installation, no doubt down Mr. Bar. Tell we brother and sisters and say, when the thing come, I will inform them. But whether we like it or not, you really should be up and running by the latest first week in March, inshallah, by God the power. Secondly, my brother, you asked a very important question. You know, as politicians, them, not all to tell you. If Mr. Bar get way for NAFTA, for the under engraved doing one time, like different ball game. If Mr. get way for make I get SLRA, do one time, like different ball game. But in politics, you don't understand what you understand. SLRA, yes, there are old contracts. But we are in the process of having a recalibration of that process here. Because as Minister of Works, now the responsibility, I don't tell now, for monitor, supervise, coordinate, account, and report to cabinet all road projects in this country. The 30% they are giving them, we know what is happening. But we, and some of you, will never attest to that, would always put, honestly, this country right on our chest. But the rest assured say, I'm going to look into that contractual arrangements, and we'll try to do things to the best interest of the people of this country. Yeah? But again, like you said, we're still not happy with that particular 30% audit report. Because, make a round down. This is not the reason we all know they get small tussle with SLRA. During the days of the then government, SLRA was under the grip of the Ministry of Works. Allowing capacity, Petito, they had the grip because nothing was happening at SLRA, even with payment to contractors, with them approving it. But now, we get small hiccup, we are trying to recalibrate it. And believe me, when that is done, it will be a different ball game. Then, Miata Conference Center. Perfect. The minister should have really reported on that. Again, in Pina, I know column. We were there last week. Miata Conference Center is almost complete. 99%. The only snap now is the cooling system. But as brilliant as he is again small private connections there. We will try to change that place in terms of the cooling system. But we've got it all. I'm telling you, it's 99% fixed. If I miss that day in this, I'm trying to hand up over to them. Because he said in the next press conference, now they want for Poland. So rest assured, as Minister of Force, Miata Conference Center, I don't put the contractor under stress, and don't do them. Now the cooling system on that. Inshallah, again, we will see him. But when I'm talking to Mr. Bar, you have to go inside, you will see how pleasant the seats are, and you will see that the color of that city, you will like him. Now, township roads. Now when you go see the economy, see the Goleka, township roads, ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you, I say, almost all of us here in this room, not of Freetown we emanated from. Probably we came from the regions. So the township roads them, they high up on the president's agenda. As I'm talking to you, I don't get approval for the Matrujon township roads, Bo extension, now even Kenema, even in Pujau, and then Puloko continue, and then Kono should be completed. But here, Mayankili, etc., moving there. In fact, for Kalamatom, there is an organization they are called, is it Back to Ask or What to Ask? Back to Ask. They met me in the office. They don't even, Mr. Ba, this is what really I want to know for you. The people are so community development oriented. They don't even contribute 1 ton on your road. Several bags cement, money them, and they don't send them to me. Next week I go there for go see. We said now we're coming as ministry and the government. Now for ensure that RMFA take that into consideration and continue to help that community. Mayankini, Mr. Self informed with Mayankini. I will tell them I'm free. Mr. Don't have stress for that Mayankini road. But you know, say Rome wasn't built in the day. And that Mayankini road, even the past government will ever pay attention to that. So for that starter, we don't forget me. Because honestly, when somebody makes a road, you will already be grateful to that person. So Mayankini, yes, we are coming. And as soon as we get the resources from RMFA, we'll just bring to action. Yeah? Thank you very much. At this juncture, I'm going to tell you now, plenty thank you. And may God continue to bless you.
Excellent. Now the final words from Dr. Sandy. I want the other panelists there as well the chance to say thank you and for close 30 seconds each. Mr. Ban.
Thank you very much. Hello. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Me short word now. Them bosses here we come now for everybody. Not to one person get out. Let me tell His Excellency, Mr. Brigadier General Father Bill. One day we not get boss like that kind of boss here that's not the private people them manager. That the first thing this kind of thing not happen. 2 years. Let everybody be patient. Now we patient, then out here we go adjust that. We never adjust the alternative routes there. So everything will be solved. Many people they don't vex too much. We they count another 50 buses where they can't join there for make we get more people there from one place to another. The toll road, definitely me I know water. I know water from 2016. Now this toll road, I don't know, I don't read much about the contract, but then tell them later now for increment don't go in insurance don't count. Everything don't come up. So if the people themselves say that they add something for that, their old price, I feel say we all for accept that.
Thank you.
So I thank you all very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Alfaba. We are the president for Drivers Union, General Transport Workers Union and Salon. You do a fantastic job. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to assure the public say the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, working with the key agency, the GUMA will continue to provide support to the Western area, and all these leakage and spillage will be talk. We will respond in time. We will do new dams for respond to stopping the spillage. Sarako, of course, we will not talk much, but with people that are offline will also see increased activity in small towns, making provision for small towns and underserviced communities. Water management and cross-border internal and also internally with NWRA, and then the SLWRC, one of the agencies also in water quality and testing with the regulations. Very important also, we also will continue for provider services. And then working with the Ministry of Health, the local councils, one area they were another area, nobody asked about the sanitation aspect. Where I believe say as the new ministry responsible for sanitation, we are committed for make sure say the fecal sludge management, working with local councils, they're on point, solid waste management, how we go transform waste into wealth, and then also food safety and hygiene, working with the Ministry of Health. And then we as a ministry will continue to provide the policy direction, supervision, and oversight for the water and sanitation aspect in government. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I want this opportunity for telling me very distinguished panelists and plenty thank you. It's been an excellent, very informative press conference again. And for the Honorable Minister, Dr. Sandy, Works and Public Assets, Dr. Anna Maxkine, we are the Minister for Water and Sanitation. Thank you, Mr. Alphabet. Thank you. I've also taken the opportunity to tell Una, the members of the Port Estate Civil Society, plenty thank you. I've announced that we partner SL Media and continue to do excellent service work for particularly given big work, the one way they provide for sign language for making sure we're inclusive. One for tell them thank you. I want to tell Orange Salon thank you because they provide the internet to allow it for stream live. I also want to tell plenty thank you to all the partners that really carry it live across this country. Today again, a World Radio Day. I'm wishing all really working at that side today a happy World Radio Day. And we have found President Bio's commitment to free press and to digital transformation of this country for all maximize all the opportunities that we'll get with communications. Till next week again, we'll come back to another press conference. Assalamu alaikum.
We're telling our plenty thank you. And that's all we left for now. It's the Unity Broadcasting.